Hello, boys and girls. I am Miss Becky. Each week, I'll be here to share encouraging and uplifting stories with you, just the way Miss Kathy would have wanted us to. Surprise friends. Mom? Yes, Jenny. Jenny leaned back and looked out the window of the car as she asked, Does Christmas make you feel happy or sad? Mrs. Wallace stared down the road ahead of them. Well, both happy and sad, Jenny. I remember Christmas holidays when I was your age, when the whole family got together at my grandmother's house. I stayed up late playing with my cousins. We ate big meals and sang Christmas carols, and the presents were piled up so high you could hardly see the tree. Jenny sat up straight. That does sound like fun. I wish I... Oh, never mind. She slipped back on the seat without finishing. You wish you could have a Christmas like that? I wish you could too. That's what makes me sad. Christmas just isn't like it used to be, with family and friends all together. Mrs. Wallace smiled, but Jenny thought her eyes looked sad. I'm glad you got to go and spend time with your dad. I know you had a good time there. I did have fun, Jenny said. It was great to be with Daddy, but I miss having a big family Christmas, too. I'm sorry we can't go to Grandma's house this year, Jenny. I know you look forward to seeing Grandma and Grandpa, but we just can't afford 2 airline tickets this year. Jenny hated to see the sadness on her mother's face. She knew that her mom missed going to Grandma's even more than she did. Suddenly, she had a great idea. Mom, why don't I go stay with Maria or DeeDee this weekend? Then you could buy just 1 airplane ticket and go spend some of Christmas with Grandma. Her mother smiled and blinked her eyes. No, Jenny. What makes me the most happy about Christmas is spending it with you. I'm not leaving you. We're going to have a special Christmas weekend together, even if it's just the 2 of us. I love you, Mom. I love you too, Jenny. In the shoebox that Sabbath, the primary class was small. Sammy and Willie were away visiting family for the holidays. Just like Mom would be if she could, Jenny thought as she sat down. Maria and DeeDee ran in at the last minute. They looked at Jenny in a kind of strange way, but then they sat next to her as always. Happy Sabbath and Merry Christmas, everyone, Mrs. Shue said. Even though it's Christmas time, our lesson is about David and Jonathan and what true friendship is. While Mrs. Shue was talking, Jenny noticed that DeeDee leaned over and whispered to Maria. Maria whispered back, and they both giggled. I wonder what's so funny, she thought. She waited for Maria to turn and whisper the funny thing to her, but Maria didn't. Jenny? Jenny jerked her head up and saw that Mrs. Shue was talking to her. Jenny, how can you tell if someone is a true friend? She thought fast. In our lesson this week, it says that a real friend helps you become more like Jesus. That's very good. Chris, Mrs. Shue went on, what can you tell me about a true friend? A true friend isn't selfish, Chris said. Friends think about other people's needs and feelings. Why do we say that Jonathan was a good friend to David, Maria? Maria had to think for a minute since she hadn't been paying attention very well. Well, he tried to help David even when his own father, King Saul, was planning to kill him. That's right. Remember, Saul was angry because he knew that God had chosen David to be the next king. But who really should have been angry? Who should have been the next king? Usually the king's son would become the next king. But Jonathan wasn't angry with David. He believed that God was with his friend. If God wanted David to be the king, then Jonathan wanted David to be the king also. He did a very unselfish thing when he chose not to be angry with David like his father was. He was willing to put away his own plans and do what was best for David. Just like Mom was willing to not go visit her family so she could be with me, Jenny thought. Can anyone think of another person who was willing to put aside what was best for him and do what was best for his friends? Mrs. Shue asked. DeeDee's hand went up first. Jesus. He left his home in heaven to come here and die for us. He came to save his friends who needed his help, and that is a good reason to celebrate Christmas, Mrs. Shue said. As soon as Sabbath School was over, Jenny turned to talk to her friends, but Maria and DeeDee jumped up and ran out before she could say anything. Oh, well, she thought, I guess it's a good thing I wasn't going to ask to stay with one of them for the weekend. It seems like they want to be friends with each other, but not with me. Jenny felt kind of sad. She said goodbye to Mrs. Chu and walked out into the hallway. Whoops! DeeDee and Maria almost ran into each other. Whoops! DeeDee and Maria almost ran right into her. Jenny, guess what? We're having a big Christmas party at my house tonight. Maria was talking so fast she almost tripped on her tongue. And my whole family is going, DeeDee said almost as fast. That's nice, Jenny said. She felt a little sadder to be left out of another family Christmas party. She started to walk away when Maria grabbed her arm. Don't you get it? You're coming too. That's why we ran out so fast. My mother was supposed to ask your mother before we could say anything to you, so I had to go ask her first. Jenny blinked. You mean my mom already said we were coming to your family party? Better than that, DeeDee said. She already said you were both going to my house for lunch after church, and then we're all going to Maria's house. Jenny just looked at her friends for a second. Then she grabbed them, and they all jumped up and down and laughed. And I thought it was going to be a sad, boring Christmas weekend. They started to walk away arm in arm when Jenny remembered something. Go ahead, she told her friends. I'll be there in a minute. She walked back into the shoebox. Mrs. Shoe, can you see Jesus and your friends? She asked. Oh, yes, Jenny. Then I saw him this morning. He gave my friends a plan to make me and my mother very happy on Christmas. Mrs. Shoe smiled. Then you can put up the last footprint before you go. You caught Jesus using your friends to give you a Christmas present, a present of friendship and love. Jenny stapled up the footprint and turned to go. Oh, Mrs. Shoe? Yes, Jenny. Merry Christmas. The story you have heard today is from the Shoebox Kids Bible Stories, written by Jerry D. Thomas and used with permission from the Pacific Press Publishing Association. If you're interested in any other books published by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, please visit AdventistBookCenter.com or call 1-800-765-6955.
This podcast is a production of the Carolina Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.